Jai Atmeshwar, Samarpan Yog of the Himalayas Part 1, Episode 12. The next morning, I was collecting fruits and other items to be taken with us when the king and queen presented me with a lungi with blue and green checks and said, "This king rules over 72 villages. He is revered by people from 72 settlements. This shawl is a symbol of the royal family. It indicates that the person who is wearing it is the guru of the royal family. There are several settlements ahead where people eat human flesh. Therefore, I am giving this gift to you for protection. This gift reflects my feelings for you. Please accept it. With this shawl, you will get help from other settlements ahead. The type and shape of this lungi will identify you to them." It was an ordinary lungi made of thick material, but its weave was different and did not seem extraordinary to me. However, I accepted it to please them. I said to Gurudev, "They don't know me. How will they recognize me?" Gurudev said, "They will know you and recognize you too. You will feel good when you go there. Do whatever they ask of you. They will prepare the future path of welfare. Listen, the path to man's liberation is in collectivity. This path cannot unfold if one does not do something for others. Has it not been said that man cannot achieve liberation without a sun? This has a much deeper meaning. Liberation is connected to the soul level. Therefore, this statement is suggested only at the soul level. When man is at the physical level, he accepts everything at the physical level. He interprets it as giving birth to a son at the physical level. In reality, the true meaning of this is not at the physical level, but giving birth to a soul, awakening a soul in your lifetime. When one soul gives birth to another soul, then that is his son, isn't he? It is necessary for a soul to be born from another soul. The secret of your spiritual progress is hidden in the number of souls you awaken by becoming a medium. That is why sages and ascetics did not physically have sons, but used to give birth to several sons in the form of souls and achieve liberation. Liberation is a state which man obtains by awakening the souls of human beings. As soon as we become mediums for awakening souls, our soul begins to develop. The villagers gave me a tearful farewell, and 2 villagers came right up to the slope of the hill with me. When I bent down to touch Gurudev's feet before leaving, he stopped me and started scolding me. "Hey, you silly boy, how can you touch my feet? I do not have the capacity of even your toenails. I'm just the medium to bring you up here." After saying this, he bid me farewell. I kept thinking about his words. Why did he say that? He was 95 years old. He was very old, a great saint who had reached such a high spiritual level, a realized soul. I was an ordinary person. So why did he say that to me? The question that kept coming to my mind was, who am I? Because if he was speaking the truth, then it was imperative to find out who I was, as he would never tell lies. His words echoed inside me. Hey, you fool! I do not have the capacity of even your toenails. I was not even aware of descending the hill. The two tribal people who were accompanying me wished me good luck and returned home. I ate two fruits near a rocky ridge and then decided to rest for the night because I had to climb the hill the next day. The whole area was very new to me. I slowly climbed the small hill and kept climbing for the whole day. Then it was evening as the sun set, and I rested near a large tree. I lit a small fire and slept close to it. I ate a fruit and was so tired that I went to sleep as soon as I lay down. The next day, I awoke to the sound of chirping of sparrows. They were assembling to go to a special place. I had already eaten the last fruit, so I started looking around the nearby jungle and saw some banana trees. But they were situated in an inaccessible place, which would have meant I would have spent a lot of time and energy attempting to reach them. So I changed my mind and carried on. My goal was to reach the hill before nightfall. I would walk for some time, then rest, and then walk again. I had got used to the jungle after having lived there for so long. I do not know how, but I was in a complete thoughtless state of mind. It was as if I was just walking mechanically. If there was a steep climb, I would rest for some time and then continue walking. It was a very strange situation. The place where I was going had been identified but was unknown to me. I was going to an unfamiliar place, and at the same time, I was trying to understand and to find myself. The words at the time of farewell still echoed in my head. If Gurudev knew everything about me, why didn't he say something about it all this time? And what was the meaning of what he said? Did I really possess some unknown energies within myself about which he knew, but I did not? But I had not undergone any spiritual practice, nor had I ever tried to obtain any energies. So, how did these energies appear? Why did they come? And for what purpose? Why did the energies only choose me as their medium? I was not getting an answer to why, and whilst thinking about it, I did not realize that I had climbed the hill. That night, I made a bed between two rocks and slept there. The rain woke me up in the morning. A large cloud had appeared and dashed against the hill, and as a result, I was completely drenched. Sunrise had already taken place, but I was enveloped by the cloud and did not see it clearly. I thought it was wiser to wait, as one by one the clouds were being pulled towards the hill and soaking me. I could not see anything in front of me, then how could I go anywhere? But I enjoyed the rain tremendously. After about 2 or 3 hours, the rain stopped and I could see a little, so I started to descend. When I looked back at the hill behind me, I could not see the settlement too clearly, but I could see the smoke rising out of some houses. The jungle was so thick that the village was hidden in it. The village which I had left behind, where I had stayed with my Gurudev. All habitation was hidden from me, and only the smoke that was coming out of the houses was visible. That scene seemed to be telling me, just as the settlement had disappeared and only the smoke is left, one day this body too will come to an end, and what will remain are the deeds, the karma that one has performed, and only the marks of those deeds will remain. I thought that a man who thirsts for every drop of water does not deserve to be bathed by the clouds. And here, in this place, the cloud is bathing me. Actually, if the clouds did not bathe me that day, I would have gone without a bath. Man does not have the status to be bathed by a cloud. His stature belongs to eminence. It is due to his standing that man could reach such a height that the clouds bathed him, and that eminence was bestowed on him by the hill. How could I have climbed so high if the hill did not exist? I do not know why. I felt that the hill was a form of Gurudev, and through his support, I had achieved the peak of spirituality. I had reached such a high point that Paramatma's grace in the form of vibrations had rained on me through the clouds. The role of the hill in all this activity was exactly like that of Gurudev. I mentally accepted the hill as my Gurudev and offered namaskar, my salutations to it, and felt the same sense of satisfaction as if I had offered namaskar to my Gurudev. Again, the same words echoed in my ears. Hey, you silly boy, why are you offering namaskar to me? I do not have the capacity of even your toenails. Then my mind, which had calmed down once again, became imbalanced. Why did he say that? His words were creating a disturbance somewhere deep inside me. The words completely shook me. These words took me on an inner journey. Who am I? I have not acquired these energies. So to whom do they belong? What are the energies in front of which a 95 years old sage is bowing? How could he spend so many years having this knowledge about me when he did not explain anything to me even once? I used to walk all day, rest somewhere at night, and then walk again. On the days when the road was steep, I climbed less. When the road sloped downhill, I covered longer distances. I just kept walking and progressed day by day. When I had to climb upwards, I looked forward to the downward slope, consoling myself that there was only a short distance to climb up, after which the road would slope downhill again over a longer distance. It seemed as if all this going up and down the hill was a reflection of man's life. Man has good and bad days in his life. On the good days, it appears that the time passes at the same speed. The hands and the clock move at the same speed. However, on good days, man does not look at the clock very often, and when he does, he finds that time has flown by exceeding any expectation. This happens. The good times in one's life always pass quickly, as if time has grown wings. No matter how good the moment in a person's life, and no matter how much he loves that moment, he cannot hold on to it. Neither a king nor a pauper can hold on to it. Time has its own momentum, and it proceeds at that speed. Time also appears to be like Paramatma. It deals equally with everyone. It never discriminates between anyone. Time never stops, always keeps moving. Time has only one quality: to move forward continuously. No one has been able to catch it, nor will they ever be able to do so. No matter how many golden moments a person experiences in his life, not a single moment can be caught and held, as if time is saying, even golden moments are an illusion. You think of them as golden moments, but actually, there are no golden moments. No moment is either golden or bad. Man considers the moment to be good or bad depending on his state of mind, and it is his own thinking that makes it so. Every moment is a determined moment in itself. It is neither golden nor bad. A moment is just a moment. When a person is going through bad times in life, a moment seems like an hour, and an hour like a day. Man's attention keeps returning again and again to the time of the bad moments of his life, and he thinks, why isn't the time moving on more quickly? Sometimes a person gets so angry with the clock that he feels like hanging on its hands and moving the time forward. Time appears to come to a standstill and just doesn't seem to budge. It is very difficult to pass through bad times. However, this bad period does not last and moves on. Thus, nothing is in a person's hands. He can neither imprison them and hold on to golden moments, nor has he been able to push forward the bad moments. He can do neither. Man himself decides on the definition of every moment. It is he who defines that this is a good moment or a bad moment. Thus, the moment is not good or bad in itself. It all depends on the person's belief, on how he lives his life. If he lives at the physical level, the moments may seem good or they may appear bad. The moment he considers to be good, he may consider bad. Generally, there are fewer good moments in a man's life and more bad moments. Thus, there are only losses in life if one lives at the physical level. Now, it is necessary for man to rise above those moments and live at the soul level. He should stand apart from the moment and observe it. Then he will realize that no moment is good or bad. All moments are equal. Life is also momentary. It is neither good nor bad and just moves on. That is why no person's life is completely good or bad. Both good and bad are interwoven in a person's life. Some are more and some less. When there is a deficiency in one's life, then one has to pay for it with what is more. Thus, one can say that plus and minus are always present. Whatever is minus today will become plus tomorrow, and what is plus today will become minus tomorrow. This means that today also we are not completely plus and neither will we be tomorrow. The situation will always remain the same, and therefore man will have to rise above these situations. Man can do this and will be able to keep himself safe only if he has the feeling that I am a soul. Observe all moments in life. If it is a good moment, observe it. If it is a bad moment, observe it. Do not get attached to any moment thinking that this is a golden moment or this is a sorrowful moment. Do not analyze that moment to see whether it is good or bad. Just move on. I too had moved forward quite a lot whilst on the hill. This hill had explained the secret of man's life to me, and I decided to observe myself too. Gurudev told me that energies exist within me, and I know that I have not acquired them. This means that it is someone else's legacy, and I am only a porter who is carrying these energies. I could see a lot of brightness on the opposite hill, and I did not know why, but I also experienced a lot of brightness within me on seeing that radiance. I remembered that Shiv Baba had said, I am entrusting you all my energies. I have handed over everything I possess to you. I had not understood at the time what he had entrusted to me, but Gurudev's statement reminded me of what he had said. I do not know why, but I felt as if I had been made the leader of some activity that was about to happen. Something was going to take place in the future. I did not know what was going to happen. I also decided not to think about the future. Whatever happened in the future would be seen then. Now, today, I would live for the moment. Jai Atmeshwar. We will conclude the book reading of today's episode here. Thank you for listening.